You want to know why most people stay stuck? Why they stay broke, miserable, and frustrated year after year? It's not because life is unfair. It's not because they're unlucky. It's because they never take control of the four things that actually run their life: their mouth, their mind, their mood, and their money. Think about it. Your mouth can build you or break you. Your mind can push you forward or trap you in fear. Your mood can make you consistent or make you quit every time it gets hard. And your money? That's your freedom, or your prison, depending on how you handle it. If you don't control these four things, they will control you, and you'll keep living on autopilot, wondering why nothing ever changes. But the moment you take control, really take control, everything shifts. Your relationships improve, your opportunities multiply. You stop living like a victim and start living like the author of your own life. So let's talk about how to master these four rules, one by one, and completely change the way you live. Rule number 1. Control your mouth. Your mouth is the first battlefield. The words that come out of it are shaping your life, whether you realize it or not. Some of you are broke right now because your mouth is broke. You speak fear every day. You gossip about others. You complain about how bad things are. You say you want better, but your mouth never agrees with you. And here's the hard truth. Your words are seeds. They are either planting a future you want to live in or a future you'll regret. Think about how many opportunities you've lost because of something you said too quickly. Think about the relationships that could have been saved if you had stayed silent for 5 more seconds. Think about how often you talk yourself out of your own dreams because you keep saying things like, "I can't," "I'm not ready," or "People like me never get that lucky." Growth starts with speaking with intention. That means no more careless words, no more constant complaining, no more tearing yourself down in the name of being realistic. Start speaking about the life you want as if it's already on its way. Speak encouragement to yourself, even when no one is around to hear it. Speak kindly to others, because your words either build bridges or burn them. And sometimes, the most powerful thing you can say is nothing at all. Silence can save you from fights, from gossip, from regret. It gives you space to think. It gives you space to listen. And listening, really listening, is where most of your wisdom will come from. When you control your mouth, you stop wasting energy on things that don't grow you. You stop sabotaging yourself, and you start speaking life into everything you touch. Rule number 2. Master your mind. Your mind is the command center of your entire life. Every word you speak, every mood you feel, every choice you make begins with a thought. If you don't control it, someone else will. Social media will. Your past will. The loudest, most negative voices around you will. And before you know it, you're living a life you never truly chose. You're just reacting to everything that happens. Most people never stop to question the thoughts running through their head. They wake up and immediately start worrying. They replay old arguments. They tell themselves the same painful story about how life isn't fair or how they're unlucky. And the worst part is, they start believing it's true. But here's the truth. You are not your thoughts. Just because a thought pops into your head doesn't mean it's real or worth obeying. You have the power to pause, to step back, and decide which thoughts get to stay and which ones you will throw away. Controlling your mind starts with awareness. Pay attention to what you're feeding it. If you spend your day drowning in negativity, scrolling through drama, or surrounding yourself with people who complain all the time, don't be surprised if your mind feels heavy and hopeless. Start taking responsibility for what enters your head. Fill it with things that challenge you and inspire you. Read books that stretch you. Listen to voices that lift you up instead of pulling you down. Write your thoughts down every day so they don't pile up and control you from the shadows. And when negative thoughts come, because they will, Don't let them run the show. Interrupt them. Replace them with a new story. If your mind says, I can't do this, respond with, I'm learning how to do this. If your mind says, I'm not enough, respond with, I'm becoming better every day. When you control your mind, you stop living on autopilot. You stop being dragged around by fear and doubt, and you finally start living with clarity. You begin to see possibilities where you once saw dead ends. And that shift, that moment when your mind starts working for you, instead of against you, is when your entire life starts to change. Rule number 3. Control your mood. Your mood is the bridge between your thoughts and your actions. It's what determines whether you follow through on the plans you made last night or hit snooze and waste the day. It's what makes you love people 1 minute and snap at them the next. And it's what keeps so many of us trapped in a cycle of inconsistency. 1 good day, 2 bad ones, then we wonder why nothing changes. If you don't learn to control your mood will control you. A single rude comment can ruin your whole day. One unexpected problem can make you spiral and quit on everything you were working on. And suddenly, your entire life is being dictated by things you can't control. Growth starts when you refuse to be ruled by temporary feelings. It starts when you decide that your emotions can visit, but they don't get to drive. This is where emotional maturity comes in. Instead of reacting in the heat of the moment, you pause, you breathe. You let the storm pass before you speak or act. You learn to ask yourself, is this just my mood talking, or is this who I really want to be? Start noticing what triggers your moods. Maybe it's lack of sleep. Maybe it's certain people who drain you. Maybe it's the way you start your mornings. Once you find the triggers, you can disarm them. You can build routines that keep you grounded, like moving your body, practicing gratitude, taking a moment of silence before starting your day, or just walking away from things that don't deserve your energy. When you control your mood, you become consistent. You stop starting over every Monday because you don't fall apart every Friday. You show up for yourself even when you don't feel like it. And that's where real transformation happens. Not when everything feels good, but when you choose to keep going anyway. Rule number 4. Control your money or stay broke. Money is one of the most honest mirrors in life. It shows you your discipline, your priorities, and even your relationship with yourself. If you don't control your money will control you, and you will spend your life working just to survive, never building anything that lasts. Most people think they have a money problem, but what they really have is a behavior problem. They spend impulsively. They chase every shiny thing that promises a quick hit of happiness. They go out every weekend to escape their stress instead of building a life they wouldn't need to escape from. And then they wonder why they stay stuck in jobs they hate, why they feel like they never have enough, why every month feels like a fresh start and a fresh struggle. Controlling your money isn't about being cheap. It's about being free. It's about saying, I care about my future more than I care about impressing strangers right now. It's about choosing long-term peace over short-term pleasure. Start by getting honest with yourself about where your money goes. Look at your spending without excuses. Ask yourself, is this helping me build the life I want, or is it just numbing me for a moment? Then, take back control. Build a simple budget, even if it's just writing down what you spend every day. Save a little, even if it's small at first. Put money toward things that grow you, courses, skills, tools, before you buy things just to post about them online. And most importantly, learn to delay gratification. You don't have to say yes to every urge, every sale, every night out. Every time you say no to something that doesn't serve you, you are saying yes to a bigger future. When you control your money, you stop living in constant survival mode. You stop being at the mercy of every bill, every emergency, every temptation. You start breathing easier. You start planning instead of panicking. And you start building a life that feels good, not just today, but 10 years from now. When you control your mouth, you stop speaking yourself into failure and start speaking yourself into a better future. When you control your mind, you stop letting fear and negativity run your life, and you start thinking clearly, with purpose. When you control your mood, you stop being a slave to your emotions, and you finally become consistent enough to see results. And when you control your money, you stop living in survival mode and start building freedom. The kind of freedom that lets you wake up and choose how you live every single day. So, start small. Pick one of these 4 things today. Practice controlling it. Then add the next one. Step by step, you will start to feel it. The shift, the clarity, the strength. And before you know it, you'll be controlling your life. If this video spoke to you, make sure to like, subscribe, and share it with someone who might need the reminder today. Until next time, take care of yourself and keep walking your path. Thanks for watching.